I'm gonna spin my crystal and follow the path that which we're supposed to take today. Thank you again for being here. So we got it, it's pointing like here. So yeah, this one. Okay, so this is 68. It says land, cave, and earth. You can see that or not. It's a very pretty card. It's got this dark background, this beautiful landscape of foliage at the bottom. It looks like a cave here with this sun in the middle here. Maybe, I think it's a sun, could be a moon, I'm not sure. But then it's surrounded by darkness. 2 pillars here with lions' heads on top. Wow, very interesting. So the number 68 again, land, cave, earth. So this is giving me earth sign where we're starting out today. I don't know about you guys, but today has been a very heavy day energetically pertaining to finances. So maybe we are being told something about our work ethic today, being that earth is a very earth signs are typically physically active signs. They're doing a lot of physical work, and it's the embodiment of action in a way. And then don't get me wrong, if you know, Taurus can be a little bit more on the side of, you know, relaxing. I'm not gonna say lazy, but because they do get shit done, right? Like they're still gonna get, they're gonna do whatever it takes to get what they want, because they do tend to have a very expensive taste. Okay, so to get, you know, to pay for those expensive things, you have to work. Then Virgo is also a sign of duty, you know, taking care of the house, taking care of things, keeping things in order, very structured, very, you know, a sign of service to others, and just kind of needing to make sure everything is working accordingly so that everything is not getting too chaotic, because they like perfectionism. They like things to be functioning well. And then we have Capricorn, who is the sign of just needing to constantly work, because there's a lot of things too that they need to take care of, a lot of things they want to make better. They do have expensive taste as well, quality taste, not so much being frivolous or overspending. They're not so much like overspending, but it's the quality, you know, they're in it for the long run. They have very their foresight is very important to them, what they see into the future in terms of having a safety net. And you guys, forgive me for the noise. I was trying to get my microphone hooked up today, but I couldn't find all my pieces. It has been a minute since I've really recorded and, you know, pulled out all my stuff. So forgive me for the background noise. The neighborhood's really loud. There's dogs and loud vehicles and stuff all the time. I really apologize. While you hold great riches within the depths of your being, these gifts will wither and decay if you continue to hide them and keep yourself in isolation. You must connect with others, dear one. You must stand in the power of your vulnerability and trust that the treasures you have to share will be well received, because they will. The more willing you are to share your gifts, the faster and greater those gifts will grow and multiply, increasing their vitality and breathing new life into you and into everyone you touch. Be courageous now, knowing that others' appreciation for the beauty you have to share will gift you a greater appreciation for all that you were once inspired to keep hidden. Your bravery will allow others the chance to reflect the inner beauty you carry and will lift you to greater levels of self-acceptance. Okay, so this card to me, again, we are dealing with potentially an earth sign. This could be you, this could be someone you care about, anybody that's a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. Again, we have the number 68, so do with that what you will. We have the richness here in the foliage is speaking to me that there is an abundance here. The backdrop here is showing me that there's a potentiality of, as the description said, isolation, but I kind of feel like this is more of like a self-reflective energy too, that like there's some contemplation happening within you today, or within the last few weeks or this whole month. You know, you've just been doing a lot of inner work, a lot of inner dialogue, trying to figure some things out. The lions here on top of the pillars, this is just giving like this whole energy of the material world that we live in. Again, financial things happening here, trying to find direction, where to go within your career, the next step, the next move, whether or not you should be assisting somebody that you know. Maybe there's someone in your life who has been a challenge to you, but you care about them and you're debating of whether or not you should still be helping them or not. Trying to understand what to do in that situation. You know, we have 3 particular energies in this card: the 2 pillars and then the planetary being, whatever this is. I can't tell if it's supposed to be the sun or moon, but whatever, or Mars. This could be Mars too. So maybe you are a very expressive person. Maybe you take a lot of action in your life, and you're just debating if you need to continue helping or assisting wherever it is that you are, other people. The description did mention how, you know, you should continue to give and share your gifts and be a person who's, you know, not completely isolated and just all to yourself, but, you know, also participating, you know, in the giving and receiving aspect of life, right? Maybe you feel like you've been taken advantage of from some people in your life, and you're hoping for a better tomorrow. You're hoping that things get easier, that this burden is very heavy, you're tired, you're carrying a lot of weight on your shoulders here. Yeah, definitely. That's kind of what I'm hearing, is that you're tired of holding it all together, and there's a choice that you have to make between maybe 2 people in your life. Maybe there's an option or some type of direction you're trying to decide which way to go here. Let's see what the next card says. Okay, so we got this one. Ooh, we got wisdom. Wisdom. This is number 83. This is a Trinity card. I actually just had this card in my last reading I did. So this here is, I'm sorry, the dog's barking. Give it a minute. So with wisdom, wisdom is telling you to go within, to reach out to your feminine side, the mother. This is another earth energy here in with this leaf in the pine cone. This also reflects the pineal gland, enlightenment, the spiritual path. So with this card here as your second card, your path to deciding what you're needing to choose is that path of the spirituality that you're craving for. Like, you probably have some connection to earth, mother nature, plants, animals. Maybe you have some type of animal. Maybe you want to start doing some type of like shelter work where you're helping animals, and you know, doing some type of charity for animals or the planet in some way. Maybe you're the type of person who you want to protect the endangered animals here, and or plants. You know, maybe you're a gardener and nature is your church. That's what I'm hearing. Nature is your church, and you're tired. Maybe you're really upset with certain things that's happening right now in the world, and it's making you feel alone and isolated, and you would like to bring more recognition to these issues right now that's going on globally on the planet. Land, cave, earth, and wisdom. Yeah, it's telling me that this person right now is needing reassurance that your intuition is right. You wanting to help and spread information or knowledge about these issues on the planet is what you really do need to do, you know. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing right now, is that you're a protector, you're a spiritual person, you're connected to your empathy towards others, towards life, and you want to protect it. You are tired of what's happening right now, and maybe you need to look into maybe starting some type of charity, or going into a non-for-profit, or, you know, learning something, breaking out of the pattern you're in. Maybe you need to take up some type of legal education so that you can be able to truly make a difference in that aspect of this realm here when it comes to making differences in policies, in the laws, and what protects and what doesn't protect. Maybe you're contemplating that route if you need to go down a legal career of some kind, and I'm hearing that that is what you're supposed to do. You might feel conflicted because it doesn't feel like it's super spiritual, but in the greater picture of it all, that is what you're here to do. You are here to create pillars and foundations and in a higher standard within our planet to protect it and keep it alive. Yeah, that's amazing. So this one, ooh, wow. So this is card 54. It says sky, storm, sun. Sky, storm, sun. All right, so for this one here, I'm hearing Aquarius. I'm hearing Aquarius. I'm hearing Virgo again. This is an air card because it's sky. So maybe you're a Virgo, maybe you're an Aquarius, because Aquarius is co-ruled. It's ruled by traditionally Saturn. So Saturn rules Capricorn. It's a very, very disciplined, it's a very structural energy. But then also with Virgo's ruled by Mercury, and that's an airy energy as well. So yeah, maybe that's calling you right now. Maybe you're feeling that. This one says here, you, my love, have been through it, braving the challenges, navigating the chaos, and sidestepping people's misdirected energies. It's left you depleted and exhausted. You have maintained your power and your integrity, supported by the grace of the spirits and the divine light inside of you. But you are tired and you're run down, and now it is time to replenish. Trust in the light that has guided you through so much turmoil. Know that this light is bright enough and powerful enough to wash away the pain and to heal the wounds of the past. Allow the light to purify your weary soul and to transmute your hurt into triumph as you stand renewed in the center of all things unknown. Wow. Okay, so yeah, this really does definitely reaffirm an earthy person. I'm really hearing the Virgo Aquarius right now, because here we have Sun, and then Sun, Leo sits across from Aquarius. And this is a dimming, like this is dimmed, right? This is grayed out. Maybe your efforts have not been recognized, the work that you do. Again, you know, going back to wisdom here, you want to make things better. You're tired of the system. You're tired of the crap you're dealing with. You're exhausted. You want things to be better. You're an intelligent person, right? You're very smart. You're very, very, very intelligent. You have an ability that it kind of feels like other people just don't get. Like, people don't understand what you understand. Like, that's how you feel. You feel like, ugh, why can't people just get their shit together? You know, I'm so tired of people just not caring, and you're carrying the weight of it all again. But you just got to remember that what it is you know inside, it's worth the effort to refine it so that you can get this shit out there. What it is that you're really trying to explain and teach and share. Like, you're learning something new, right? You're learning some new skill set. You're trying to improve upon yourself, personal development, maybe, deeper knowledge, spiritual knowledge, learning, breaking out of systems that you maybe were born with and they don't align anymore, and you're feeling like it's just not getting the recognition that you need, and you're like questioning if you should still do it. And yes, you should. Universe is saying keep going. Universe is saying trust in yourself, trust in the love inside your heart, trust in your intelligence. You're brilliant. You have brilliant ideas. You're innovative, creative. For this card too, sitting here looking at this with the color being so kind of like faded out, you know, I don't know, it's like almost this one is telling me that like the reward is going to be really great for you, like huge. Like, you're just keep going, right? Put in those daily habitual efforts, and, you know, one day at a time. Your light is still there. You might feel depleted right now and overwhelmed and drained, but you are a powerhouse, right? You're a powerhouse. You're unstoppable. You're very strong. You're a very strong person. People really look up to you. They depend on you in a way. You've been put in a position where you're a pillar in people's life. Yeah, so really, really, like, when you're feeling down and depleted, it's like to go back outside into nature, take walks, okay? Maybe you're into collecting random oddities, you know, when you're out walking around, you pick up little stones, little rocks, little twigs or leaves and branches and things, and you have a little grounding practice, you know. They help you come back to center, come back to your peace, and you get answers when you do that. You get clarity in the mind. It's how you re-establish yourself when you're feeling down, okay? The storm is heavy right now, but you have everything you need internally. You are enough. You know what you need to do. You just got to get back into that routine. Yeah, like, I don't know. I hope that's making sense for whoever is watching this. Pay attention to your emotional side. Maybe you're not a very emotional person. Maybe you're really strong and you just kind of like turn that shit off, you know, and you're like I just don't want to deal with it right now. But maybe take some time for some TLC. Give yourself space to feel again, to open up again. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, so this card. Oh, wow. Okay, look how pretty this is. So we have water, waterfall, and moon, number 37. Very interesting, because I just said how you could possibly be like, I'm hearing that you may be cut off from your emotions. You're not a very feely type of person. And universe is saying, again, as I had just mentioned, to reconnect to your emotions. Reconnect to how you feel about things. Not to get lost in them, not to, you know, lose your direction, but there's something that you need. You need to nurture yourself here. You know, the beautiful purple, the water coming down into this deep ocean. We have jellyfish here. This is your subconscious mind. I don't think I'm going to even read the description, because this is just calling to me in my own interpretation. We have a pouring out of water, again, Aquarius energy. Aquarius is the water bearer. They provide the insight, the knowledge. They give the life to the people, and that way they uplift and support people. Like, oh my god, Aquarius people are so, they can be so they're just very understanding people, and they really get the shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, deep down they get it. They see a lot, and then they also have a tendency to turn off their emotions, because they know people get caught up in that shit, and it can be a stumbling block, you know what I'm saying? But like, here it's saying, do something for yourself. Reconnect to your inner world, or your inner heart space, those deep waters. Virgo energy too, very, very analytical type of people, overthinkers sometimes, and not super emotional. My mom's a Virgo. She's definitely not very emotional, doesn't really understand when people are emotional. She gets frustrated with that kind of stuff. Maybe you need to take some time to get into your special place and do a little crying. Okay, get that shit out, get that shit out of you. You know, I'm not a super crybaby emotional person, but sometimes there's just days where I have to cry and I can't help it. But the beautiful part of it is I feel so much better. I feel so much better. I feel rejuvenated. I feel like it's like a reset, right? You need a reset, whatever it is. Maybe just get into the tub, right? Get around water. Go somewhere where there's a stream, a river, the beach, wherever is close to you that you have access to. If you don't have access to it, get in the tub, get in the shower, just get around some water. Connect to that water energy. It's needing to restore you and replenish you because you're feeling depleted, okay? Look out for those signs. Look out for those nudges from universe. Your dreams, you know, this is the subconscious to me here. This is your dream state. You could do some dream journaling before you go to bed. Write down some questions you have. What steps that you need to take in life, or the direction you need to go. Ask God, you know, get in there. Write it down, and then when you wake up, write down those dreams. You'll be very surprised what types of answers you'll get from doing that. So we're gonna go with this card. I know it's kind of like in between, but yeah, we're gonna go with this one. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Number 74. And this is land, flower, sun. So there you have it. Do you see that? Do you see how that's unfolding for you? Wow. So yeah, once you go inside and do the internal work that your soul needs, you need nurturing of yourself, you're gonna feel rejuvenated. Look at that. Look at the difference here. Like, that's the step. That's what you're needing to do. You need to go into the water, into the depths of your soul. You need to cry some shit out. You need to maybe exercise too, you know. It's kind of a random thing here, but purging, you know, purging out the shit, the stress, the overwhelm that you're carrying. I can't talk sometimes, that's okay, but like, seriously, sweat some shit out, sweat some toxins out of your body, and you're gonna be rejuvenated. You're gonna restore your body, mind, and soul, and you're gonna have this beautiful clarity, opening, freedom, rejoice, joy, you know, life, abundance. Things are gonna make sense. You're gonna be back into your center, you know, your solar plexus, your joy, your creative energy. Okay, do you see how that's just going together? Like, I don't think I'm going to read the description on this one because I can just feel it, like, instinctively how this is calling out right now. But flower, land, flower, sun. So again, we have a confirmation of an earth sign, and you're growing it. You're growing yourself, right? You're growing your inner world. You just need to come back home to yourself, right? Let it go. There's a beautiful philosophy that's been circulating around for a few years now, and it's called let them, right? Let them. Let it be. Let everything be, you know? Let them. If you're dealing with somebody, work, personal, relationships, whatever it might be, and they're stressing you the hell out and they're overwhelming you with a lot of expectations and you're just not feeling it right now, let them do their thing and you go into your world. You go into yourself and you do what you need for yourself so that you can continue to bloom into your highest potential of yourself, right? Because we're all here to grow. We're here to learn. We're here to expand. And you've just been under a lot of freaking pressure. So let them, you know, I like to listen to Alan Watts a lot, or any kind of like other Buddhist types of teachers and things like that. I really resonate with it, and it helps me feel so much better. The minute I just start listening to it, it's like, oh yeah, okay, I'm done, I'm free, I'm good, no more worrying, like, and I just feel so much better. So maybe chime into some of that good stuff. And so for our last card, this is our last card. This is a resolution. This is, let's see what this is. Ooh, okay, wow. Fire, volcano, earth, number 4. Oh wow. Okay, let's look into this. Let's look into this one here for you. Okay, so on this card, I am going to read the description just because I want to really hone into the energy of it. I feel like this is a very particular embodiment that I want to be directed clearly through. And I really, oh my gosh. Okay, so it says, a true leader recognizes the needs of the people and then inspires and encourages them to bring their passions and their genius forth. You are being called to leadership, dear one. It is time to take your rightful place at the table and to inspire others to do the same. You must share your love and guide the people to take action that is aligned with spirit. Know that everything you've gone through, the hardships, the challenges, and even the blessings have been designed to support you in the journey ahead. The journey of being a lit leader of legacy. Trust the path, trust your steps, trust in spirit. Wow. Okay. This is, wow. It all came together perfectly. This is the why. Okay? This is the why. Why you're going through all this shit right now is because you are a charismatic soul. Okay? You have so much charisma. There's people that look up to you that you don't even know, that you've never even met. People are watching you at work. People are watching you in your daily life, all the steps you take. They literally are like, whatever he does, I'm gonna do. You see what I'm saying? Or she, you know, it's not just a guy. Like, whatever they're doing, I'm gonna do it. People are like sheep. Like, they just flock to you. You're magnetic, you know, but you've been so overwhelmed with the shit that you've gone through that your light's been dimmed, right? And this is your confirmation here. This reading is for you today to just remember who you are. Remember what it is you want in life. Like, you know, you want to inspire, you want to make a difference. You're here for the good of life. You're not here to bring pain and suffering to the world. You're here because you genuinely love life. You genuinely want to see people grow. You love to see people win. That's why people love you. People love you because you love to see people win. You might be a coach. You might be a person who loves to teach certain things, skill sets that you've learned. You have a way with your words. You're very intelligent. Yeah, again, like, this is just so amazing to me. Get back in touch to yourself. Know that, like, you're on the right path. Okay, you might feel like you've been falling away for a minute there, but you're doing the right thing. You're on the right path. Reconnect to yourself. Reconnect to Mother Earth. Get into some breath work, some meditation, some prayer. Connect to people that you maybe haven't been super close to recently. Maybe there's some kind of disconnection with someone that was really important to you, and for whatever reason, maybe stress, finances, you know, something happening, you two just haven't been, again, like the two pillars. Maybe you're stronger together. Maybe something's happened and the two of you have grown cold. Maybe this is the time to rekindle the sparks you had with one another, and or maybe it's time to hone into companionship of some kind, partnership of some kind within a business, you know, collaborations of some kind that really incite, what's the word? Incite you. Yeah. People that get you fired up and excited and passionate and ready to go. Like, you need to get your spark back. Okay. I really enjoyed this reading today. I hope you enjoyed it too. I hope, and I know whoever was meant to see this has seen it, and I thank you for being here. All my love and light to you all. Thank you again for being here. Be well, be safe. Take care. Bye.